All right, as we take a look at the case sprayer that we used in our comparisons here, this is inside the cab of Case's 4440 sprayer. It's one of their newer sprayers that they have available for customers today. Here as you sit inside the cab, they do provide a nice, I guess, comparable leather air ride seat for moving throughout the field, so operator comfort is acceptable in this scenario. As we take a look at the visibility outside of the cab, they do have good visibility out through the cab, through the glass. As you take a look at the booms, they sit somewhat level on the outside of the cab in terms of visibility. You can still see over them, so as far as operational and safety concerns, they do a nice job there. As we take a look throughout the cab and take a look at the hydro handle here, pretty simple hydro handle for boom functions and spray master control. A lot of the additional switches and controls are bigger toggles found to the right hand side of the hydro handle, so it's still a little bit manual and clunky, if you will, in terms of finding the right switches and buttons to press as you move throughout the field. Not only on the side console, but in the upper right hand side of the cab as well. You've got your temperature controls, your lighting and radio are also up there as well. As you take a look at the cab itself, they do have a 40-degree right-hand swivel seat and a foldable instruction seat as well. They do have a lack of integrated technology here, and you do see the case display that's on there. We see the options for Raven Viper 4s, AFS Pro 700s, or SCS 5000 controllers. Here you can see Raven's newest display in the cab here, but again, if there's an issue, you've got non-integrated technology, and so again, the green on green advantage to if there's an issue with the technology or the machine, it's coming from the same company. That's huge. So the other thing is it does take up some of the visibility outside of the cab as we take a look at where that screen is, and also being able to see the functions and features off of the corner post. They've stacked a lot of information up on that corner post about the machine because it doesn't necessarily show up on the display like Deere's does, so they have to stack it up there on the corner. The other thing you'll notice about the Case Patriot sprayer here is a little bit of a creature comfort thing, but all of your air vents are right up in front on the steering console. If you look up above, there really isn't anything up above you. When you go to the Command View 2 Plus cab, we have air vents really all over in that cab, but a lot of it's centralized around the operator station from on top of the cab blowing down. Take a look at just airflow throughout the cab. That's a difference that we call out as well. As we take a look at mirrors for safety going down the road, on the Patriot sprayer, we do have 2 mirrors coming off of the cab roof, as well as 1 mirror on each side of the machine on the boom.
Thanks, Jeff. As you notice too in this machine, you take a look at the cabin controls up there on the right-hand side. Once again, you have to move your arm quite a ways to be able to change your temperature in the cab or turn your lighting on and off. So just some different control placement there than what you can do on the John Deere with the programmable hydro handle and on the buttons on the armrest. They're a cab forward design. So, the engine's in the rear, the cab sits forward. So if you take a look, the one thing you don't notice in this picture are the wheels, because you're sitting right on top of that front axle. So visibility to the wheels as you're driving through standing crop can be a challenge.
That's the interesting part on this sprayer is you've got a manual throttle on the right hand side that you're moving back and forth, and with Deere, once you set it to go through the field for the field operation mode, and then it just automatically adjusts it to run. It's kind of a set it and forget it with the Deere sprayer.
Yeah, it really is. Like I said, that command drive being able to regulate to what the machine needs in the conditions you're in right now. So even on the road, you might be going down the road at 1600 RPM versus running at that 2200 RPM wide open.
The other thing I noticed with this sprayer when I sat in it, and you kind of called it out, is on the switch panel in the upper right hand side. Because I'm the technology guy, to enable auto steer, there's a switch up there for it. And the John Deere display, we arm our auto steer right in the display itself. So again, tying it right in with the technology, it's integrated into the machine. It's just one less reach, button push, did I forget to flip that on or not type of thing when you go with the Deere sprayer.